कुंज बिहारी गोपी वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनार्दन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यमुनातीरावनचारी। यमुनातीरावन जय राधा जय बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यमुनातीरावनचारी। जय राधा जय बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम हरे हरे। परिव्राजकाचार्य उपनिषद श्री श्रीमद श्रील अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन बीबीटी फाउंडर आचार्य जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट श्रील गौर किशोरदास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट श्री सचिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर महाशय की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट श्रील जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। प्रभुत्रय श्री नरोत्तम श्री श्यामानंद श्री श्रीनिवास आचार्य पाद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्री रूप श्री सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षट गोस्वामी प्रभुगण की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप श्री मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा मैया जमुना मैया की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। कलयुग पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Let us recite our Mangalacharan prayers now after Prem Dhani. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamhyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadādhara Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadādhara Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Yeah, if devotees can move a little bit ahead. Hare Krishna. So first time today, our Deepak Prabhu and Asha Mataji are joining on Zoom instead of being here in person. Thank you, Nishikant Prabhu and family for being here. We are praying. Radha Bhava told me and we are praying. Hare Krishna. Thank you all the devotees who have joined. Shri Gurave Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. So I have a question for all of you. Who remembers which verse we are supposed to start from in Bhagavad Gita? Radha was saying Asha Mataji knows. Yes, Asha Mataji.
Prabhuji, chapter 4, verse 33.
33, okay, thank you. Verse 33. Okay, thank you, Asha Mataji. So we are studying Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, text 33. Chapter 4, text 33. Sal, you got it pulled up? 4.33, Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Sudevi, you are ready? Okay. Siya Rani, आपको तो कंटेस्ट है भगवद गीता. Hare Krishna. Okay, verse number 33, chapter 4. Please repeat after me. Shreyan dravyamaya yajnaj jnana yajna parantapa sarvam karma khilam partha jnane parisamapyate. Who wants to recite? Yes, Ajay Prabhu. Shreyan dravyamaya yajnaj jnana yajna parantapa sarvam karma khilam partha jnane parisamapyate. Very good. One Mataji and then one child. Yes, Rukmini Tara Mataji. Shreyan dravyamaya yajnaj jnana yajna parantapa sarvam karma khilam partha jnane parisamapyate. Which child wants to do? Sudevi. Shreyan dravyamaya yajnaj jnana yajna parantapa sarvam karma khilam partha jnane parisamapyate. Very good. So, translation and purport by our beloved founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Shri Srimad Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. O chastiser of the enemy, Parantapa, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, the sacrifice performed in knowledge is Shreyan, it is better than the mere sacrifice of material possessions. After all, O son of Pritha, Pritha is the name of Kunti. So son of Pritha means Parth, Arjun, Kunti Nandan Arjun. After all, O Arjun, all sacrifices of work culminate in transcendental knowledge. This chapter is called transcendental knowledge. Transcendental knowledge means spiritual knowledge. In this chapter, Lord Krishna is explaining how every activity we do, we can either do it in a material way or we can do it in a spiritual way. Every activity in our life. Either it can be a materialistic activity or we can spiritualize that activity. And that is what this chapter teaches us. This chapter teaches us that if we think of Krishna, we offer the fruits of our activity to Krishna, karma phal, then that activity becomes a yajna. If we think of Krishna, we are doing it for Krishna, we are offering it the results to Krishna, then it is all for Krishna. And then it becomes spiritual. Lord Krishna in this verse number 33 is telling us that instead of just sacrificing our possessions, if we perform yajna in knowledge, that is superior. So, if we help somebody, give some donation or help somebody, that is good. But if we do it with proper understanding, why I am doing this, for what purpose I am doing this, to whom I am giving this, if it is done with proper understanding and proper knowledge, then it is considered to be superior. It's like this. If there's a soldier who is just shooting bullets at the enemy, some bullets hit innocent civilians, some bullets hit the perpetrator, the terrorist. Okay, at least you got a terrorist down, but there was collateral damage. So it's not so good. But if there is a sniper sitting and very accurately shoots a bullet and hits just the terrorist who is the culprit and puts down the terrorist without any collateral damage to anybody else, that is considered superior. Because he was not just shooting bullets blindly. He shot the correct target. So performing pious activities without understanding why we are doing what we are doing is okay. I mean, it will give some benefit, but it is not the proper way. But the best way is to do it with proper understanding. For example, coming here on a Saturday today. Friday. So on a Friday evening, you have sacrificed your time. On Friday evening, you could be doing anything. You could be watching TV, you could be going to a restaurant, you could be socializing with friends. But you have sacrificed, took the trouble to come here, sit on the ground, and just listen to something spiritual. Okay, once a week I should do something spiritual. So that's why we came. So you will get some benefit. But if you have come here today to really understand Bhagavad Gita and how I can apply it in my life to make my life sublime, to make my life really successful and meaningful, then you will get more benefit because you are coming here with proper understanding that I'm not coming here just to socialize. Yes, we socialize here. I'm not coming here just to eat dinner. Yes, we eat dinner. I'm not coming here to just enjoy some music. I'm not coming here to just earn some punya. That some pravachan we heard, some kirtan we clapped our hands and sang. All that is there. But the real purpose of coming here is to understand the message of God and to transform our hearts so that we can live the life we are living. After this class, Ananga Sundari Mataji will remain a dentist. Radhabhav will remain a family physician. Those who are IT people, they will remain IT people. Those who are students will remain students. But the whole point is that after understanding Bhagavad Gita, the consciousness in which we do it, hopefully that will be transformed. Instead of doing it for ourselves, instead of doing it for our family, now we do it for a higher purpose. We do it for Krishna so that it benefits not only us and our family, but the whole world. We can make a positive impact by being engaged in society just the way we are. No problem. If somebody has an ice cream shop, just offer one ice cream to Krishna in the morning. Then everything becomes prasad. Any customer who comes and purchases ice cream is getting Krishna prasad. They don't even know. but it all becomes yajna. So work becomes sacrifice. If we are IT engineer, we work, we have a salary. Use your salary to buy some flowers go to some flower shop and buy some nice fragrant mogra for Krishna and offer Radha and Krishna. Then your whole paycheck becomes prasad, because part of your paycheck you used for Krishna. This is called yajna. This is called sacrifice. Not sacrifice means we use everything for ourselves. Sacrifice means before using it for ourselves, we first offer it to God. Use it for God. Then we use it. So this is called yajna. Doing it in proper knowledge is superior. So why are we doing this? Why should we offer to Krishna? Who can answer? Yes. Very good. That's a good point. Yes. Mataji, Revati Ramamurthy Mataji. Yes, because whatever work we do, ultimately who is giving us the intelligence to do that work? Buddhim buddhimatam chaham. I am the intelligence of the intelligent. So Krishna is giving the ability. So we are expressing our gratitude. Just like if a child gets, we have so many students here. If a child gets good grades in the exam, Hare Krishna Mataji. If a child gets good grades and the child says thank you to the parent, a person may ask, hey, why are you thanking your parents? Your parents didn't study. You studied. Why are you thanking the parent? Why should we thank a parent? For our success in our academics, Vaishnavi? Who paid your tuition? Who sent you through school? Who fed you all the years? Who encouraged you to study? Who gave you love? Who gave you the motivation? Who gave you the guidance? It is the parents. So we are just offering gratitude. We are what we are because of parents gave the body to us. So similarly, Krishna ultimately is a supreme father. God is a supreme father. Pitaham asya jagatam. And we are simply expressing our gratitude. So that is the meaning of that verse. We come to verse number 34. Please repeat after me. This is verse number 34, chapter 4, Bhagavad Gītā. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Yes. Very important verse from Bhagavad Gītā. This verse is important. Bhagavad Gītā 4.34. Please note down. This verse is important because in this verse, Lord Krishna tells us the importance of having a guru in life. Prabhuji, what job do you do? IT? Yeah. So you went to engineering college? Yeah. You have an engineering degree? Bachelor's in engineering? Did you get that degree without coming in touch with any engineering teacher? So to become an engineer, you need to learn from an engineer, professor. To become a medical doctor, you have to learn from a medical doctor, professor. A doctor who also teaches. If in this world, to become an engineer or a doctor, we need a teacher. Similarly, to become successful in spiritual life, we need a guru. Nowadays, people use the term guru very loosely. He is a business guru. He is a management guru. He is a cricket guru. No. Okay. People are saying, let them say, but we should not use the word guru so cheaply, so loosely. Because in Sanskrit, guru means one who is very heavy with spiritual knowledge. So the term guru can only be used for a spiritual teacher, not for any other teacher. Okay, so at least we should not use the term guru. Guru is it's a very significant term. In this verse, Lord Krishna says that it is very important to approach a guru. Krishna says, Tad vidhi pranipatena, pariprashnena sevaya, upadekshanti te jnanam, jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Krishna tells Arjun that one must approach a spiritual master, and the spiritual master should be tattvadarshi. Tattva means the truth. Darshi means one who has seen the truth. So I say, okay, dear devotees, from today I am Guru. No, I cannot become Guru because I have not seen Krishna. I have not seen Krishna, not yet. Only one who is Tattvadarshi, one who understands Krishna, one who has a communication with Krishna, one who has seen Krishna, Atma Sakshatkar, self-realized person can become a Guru. One can teach Bhagavad Gita, one can repeat the words of the previous Guru, but one cannot become a Guru by this process. So I am not Guru. I am just your friend, trying to share this knowledge. We are coming together and we are reading together. But Krishna says one must approach a Guru. A Guru is one who is Tattvadarshi, who has seen Krishna, who understands Krishna. And what is the first stage? Krishna says, please try to understand. Tad vidhi. Vidhi means try to understand that first you have to do pranipat. Pranipat means you have to bow down and surrender to the Guru. When you go to the Guru, you should bow down and surrender to the Guru. Pranipat. You offer yourself to the Guru. And then pariprashnena. Then you ask your spiritual doubts. Then you ask questions. After you have surrendered. Which means, if we go and ask questions simply out of curiosity or challenging, let me see if Guru can answer or not. I had done that when I first time met my Guru. I had asked him. He gave a class about how religion and spirituality can bring about real peace and harmony in the world. And my question was that, Swamiji, if you analyze the history of this world, maximum wars have been fought because of religion. Even today you see, the greatest conflicts in the world, whether it is India-Pakistan, India-Bangladesh, whether it is Israel-Palestine, any major conflict in the world is because of religion. In the history, the wars that have been fought, Hindus and Christians are fighting. Hindus and Muslims are fighting. Muslims and Jews are fighting. Muslims and Christians are fighting. Jews and Christians are fighting. Major wars, conflicts have been based on religion. So I told my future spiritual master that this world would have been a better place if there was no religion. Because religion is the cause of riots. Religion is the cause of conflicts. Religion is the cause of hatred. Like my professor once at Emory told me, if I was new in this country and I was asking, should I put my son Gopal in a private school or a public school? So she told me, she is a very big professor in Emory. She told me, if you want to pick a fight with someone, talk to them about private public school or talk to them about religion and God. I remember still, she told me. Which means this is a very hot topic. You discuss God and there are going to be fights, difference of opinion. So my argument was that this world would have been better had there been no religion only. No fights, no wars, no riots, no communal conflict, no India-Pakistan split. And immediately my spiritual master answered. We were all students in that class. Immediately my Guru Maharaj, he answered. His Holiness Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he answered. I do not see, if you hear the recording, there is not even 1 second pause between me finishing the question and Maharaj answering. That came his reply. I was just finishing the question of Maharaj. I do not see this as a problem of religion. I do not see this as a problem of religion. I see this as a problem of irreligion in the clothes of religion. Where there is true religion, there is love, harmony, peace, brotherhood. Where there is irreligion in the clothes of religion, there is hatred, there is envy, there are riots, there are wars, there is bloodshed, there is misunderstanding, there is disharmony. And then Maharaj asked me, do you have a pet? At that time we had Rocky, our German Shepherd dog. So I said, yes, Maharaj, we have a dog. Rocky. Maharaj said, how old is he? I said, maybe 12, 13 years old. Maharaj said, if you go in your medical school, your white lab coat uniform, will he recognize you? I said, yes, of course, he will recognize me. Maharaj said, do you play any sports? I said, yes, I'm a swimmer. If you go in a swimming trunk in front of Rocky, will he recognize you? I said, yes, of course he will recognize me. If you go in your pajamas, will Rocky recognize you? I said, yes. If you wear a three-piece suit and go in front of Rocky, will he recognize you? I said, yes. Chikki will recognize you, Prabhuji, right? Now you are wearing chudidar kurta, she recognizes. You go to office, you wear suit and tie, she will recognize you. She doesn't fail to recognize Ajay Prabhu. Oh, you changed your dress, I didn't recognize you. Has it ever happened like that? No. Aparna Mataji? She got confused. Immediately, but later on she recognized, right? Abhinav.
If you wear a hat, she doesn't recognize you.
She doesn't
If you
know.
cover your head in any way, she starts barking.
Well, Maharaj didn't say hat. So Maharaj told me that if you change your dress, you go in dhoti kurta, will Rocky recognize you? Yes, he will recognize you. So Maharaj said, if your dog can recognize you, you are the master. And he's your dog. You are the master. When the master changes his clothes and appearance, the dog still recognizes the master. So if God is our master, God may appear as Allah. God may appear as Jehovah. God may appear as Buddha. God may appear as Ram. God may appear as Krishna. God may appear as Jesus Christ. God may appear as Moses. God may appear as Rishabdev in the Jain religion. When God changes his appearance, and if God is our master, then we should recognize God when he changes the appearance. And then Maharaj looked at me and said, and if we fail to recognize God when he changes his appearance, you are less than a dog. You are less intelligent than a dog. Because even a dog can recognize the master when the master changes the appearance. God is only one. God appears at different times in different places to teach us, to attract us in different ways. But that doesn't mean that there are many gods. There is only one God. So the prashna, pariprashna, questioning the guru should be done in the mood of gaining knowledge, not in the mood how I did initially. I wanted to show that how this speaker is wrong in front of everybody. I wanted to put the speaker down, that I am so intelligent. Look, you gave a lecture about religion and God, how religion is important in this world, and I will prove it to the audience that religion is phaltu. Religion is not required only. That was my premise. So one should not approach Guru with a challenging mentality. One should approach a Guru after Pranipat. Pranipat means you bow down, you surrender. Then Pariprashna. Then you ask questions with the intention of gaining knowledge. And don't just ask questions. Sevaya. Also do some seva for the Guru. Guru is not some machine. You put a question and you get an answer. No. Guru will give answers to your questions, but you must serve the Guru also. Otherwise, what will happen? Think and tell me. What will happen if we go to Guru, we just ask questions, get answers. Ask questions, get answers. But we don't serve the Guru. What will happen? Yes, Vaishnavi? Yes, you're just using them. So what will be the effect? Why? But you're getting your answers. But you're getting it. Whether the paycheck comes as a direct deposit or comes as a physical check, doesn't matter. You'll not have the Guru Shishya bonding. Good point. Huh? Yes. These are the reasons. What happens if you put a seed in a dry, hot desert sand? Will it sprout? No. When Guru gives the answer, Guru gives the knowledge. If we don't have service attitude, we don't have the mood of service, Sevaya is not there, Guru Seva is not there, that seed of knowledge will not fructify. It will not sprout. Our heart has to become fertile. For the seed to take effect, our heart has to become fertile. The heart becomes fertile by Seva. By Seva. So we can ask questions and we can hear answers, but we will not be able to apply them if Sevaya is not there. Krishna's formula. This is Krishna's formula. Krishna is telling us how a guru has to be approached. So what are the stages? Pranipat. First you identify a guru. You should be convinced that this is a guru. He's a great personality. He's a pure devotee. He can teach me. When you recognize a guru, first stage is pranipat. First you surrender to the guru. Second stage is pariprashna. You ask, who am I? What is my duty? What I should do? How I should practice spiritual life? How I should live my life? Please instruct me. And you follow those instructions. Following those instructions and serving the guru is called seva. Sometimes you may not get to serve your guru directly, but following the instruction is also seva. You understand? Therefore, pariprashnena sevaya. Seva comes after. Just follow. If guru says, from today, don't eat anything without offering it to God. That is the instruction. And you just follow that instruction. That is guru seva. That is service to the guru because you're following the instruction. So pariprashna, then following what you learn in pariprashna is called seva. Understanding, everybody? So three things. What is the first stage? After you identify guru, first stage is, what is it called? Pranipat. After pranipat, you get up. And you do what? Hey, how are you? No. What will you ask, Maithili? If you go in front of your guru, after offering obeisances, what will you ask?
I'll say hi.
You'll say Hare Krishna. Okay. Guru is always chanting Hare Krishna. What question you will ask? How can I serve you? Ayansh, if you go in front of Guru Maharaj, what question you will ask? Very good. Shreya, what will you ask? Pariprashna? Huh? You're not sure. Okay. That's a good thing to say in front of Guru. Gurudev, I'm not sure. You instruct me. Arjun did that. Said, I don't know what to do. Shishyastevam sadhimam tvam prapanna. Karpanya desha. Yes, Sudevi. If you're in front of your Gurudev, now is your chance. What question will you ask? Krishna is going to speak through the Guru. What will you ask? Please instruct me. Nice. Siarani? You'll ask, you'll tell Guru Maharaj, give me Hare Krishna Mahamantra, like Mahaprabhu did to his Guru. Give me Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Very nice. Anybody else? Abhinav? Yes. How can I be more Krishna conscious? Beautiful. Vaishnavi, what would you ask? This is a good question. How can I be more Krishna conscious? Abhinav? Same thing?
Same.
Same thing. But it's a good question. What will you ask? Nothing? You'll just bow down and just let Guru give you instructions. If you get instructions from Gurudev, will you accept them? Good. So pariprashna, we have to ask Gurudev, instruct me. And then following those instructions and doing service for Guru is called seva. Service could be anything. You can cook for Gurudev. You can book the flight tickets if Gurudev is going somewhere to preach. Any service. But some service has to be done. Service will make the heart fertile. So the seed of knowledge will sprout. Sevaya. Then what happens? Upadekshanti te jnanam. Then the Guru will give you diksha. Then the Guru will give you initiation. Upadekshanchite jnanam, and during Diksha he will give you divine knowledge, more knowledge. And he can give it because he is Jnani himself, because he has knowledge. One can only give what we have. We cannot give what we don't have. Correct? We can only give what we have. If I ask Chaitanya Nitai Prabhu, give me Kohinoor diamond. But he can give Krishna Prem. So only a person can give that what the person has. Correct, Shreya? A person can give only what they have. Krishna is saying that the Guru can give you divine knowledge because the Guru has divine knowledge. A chemistry teacher, Sal, can teach chemistry, right? Because the teacher has a degree in chemistry. But a chemistry teacher may not be able to teach neurobiology, for example. Okay? So one can give what one has. We, listen carefully, we should not ask spiritual questions during a cocktail party to our friends. Say, what do you think, man? What do you think about meditation, man? What do you think about chanting? No. Ricardo, if you need legal help, you will ask a lawyer. Correct? You need medical help, you will not ask the lawyer. You will ask the doctor. And you will not ask legal help to the doctor. Doc, I got a speeding ticket. No, you go to a traffic attorney for that. Speaking from experience. So you go to a person who has expertise in that field. Spiritual questions, what I should do with my life, how I should do bhajan, how I can become more spiritual. These are questions for Guru, not for casual talk with friends and neighbors and colleagues. Sometimes we make this mistake. I have seen. We take spiritual advice from someone who is not Tattvadarshi. Prabhupada says that is like a blind person leading another blind person. A blind man asks another blind man, can you help me cross the road? Hold me, I am also crossing. Blind leading the blind. No, Tattvadarshi, one who has seen Krishna, can tell. So that is the meaning of this verse. And last time I promised you something. What? Ricardo, what did I promise last time? Yes, Shreya. You want to hear a story? Yes, good memory. Shreya has good memory. Sudev, you remember? You don't remember? How many of you remember that I promised I'll tell a story next time? Aparna Mataji remembers. So I will tell you all a story about the importance of Guru in one's life. How a Guru can transform our life. Which story we heard in the last two sessions? Yeah, it was about a hunter called Mrigari. Mriga means animal, Ari means enemy. He was the enemy of the animals, Mrigari. We heard his story. What happened to him? He became a devotee. What happened to his wife? She became a devotee. What happened to their food problem? Their pantry? It was overflowing. Who was the Guru? Who was the friend of Narad Muni who came to visit with Narad Muni? Very nice. Very nice. What are the two instructions that Narad Muni gave the hunter? Yes. Tulsi. Yeah. Worship Tulsi Maharani. How do you worship Tulsi Maharani? What are the four things you can do? Yes. Okay. And how do you serve Tulsi? You water, you circumambulate, means pradakshina. Then you can bow down and touch her. And then sing for her. Tulsi Maharani can be served in four ways. Everybody is paying attention? By bowing down, by doing namaskar to Tulsi. Mataji has nice Tulsi plants outside. Cute, cute, small, small. Second, you can sing. Offer prayers. Vrindayai, Tulsi Devyayai. We can do stuti. Glorify Tulsi Maharani by chanting these Vedic verses. Number three, you can do Pradakshina, circumambulate. And number 4, you can offer water to Tulsi Mala. In these 4 ways, Tulsi plant can be served. Okay? And chant Hare Krishna. These 2 instructions were given. So we heard about Mrigari. Today, I will tell you a real story that happened around 300 to 400 years ago in India. Are you ready? Hare Krishna. This story is told by Srila Prabhupada. It's on ISKCON Desire-Tree, you can hear it. It is also a story of a wicked fellow like Mrigari. Mrigari was a hunter. This fellow was also a hunter, but he had 2 professions. He had a side job also. In addition, so hunting was a side job, but his main profession was dacoitry. He was a dacoit, daku. He used to waylay people in the forest when they were going from one village to the other. He would ambush them at knife point. He would take away. Nikalo, Mangal Sutra Nikalo. Remove bangle. Remove your ring. Remove your necklace. Give me all your gold coins, all your money, and go. Go away. I will take your bullock cart. And he would just loot them. Marriage party is going from one village to the other. He would loot them. He was a dacoit. He was a dacoit because how do we become sinful? We discussed it last time. Who said it? Association. Nobody's born bad. Of course, there are some exceptions, like Shishupal. Instead of crying, he was criticizing Krishna as soon as he was born. But generally, people are not born bad, but they become sinful because of the company they keep, because of association. Therefore, association is very important. What is very important? Why?
Because
It can make or break you.
Yeah.
Very important who we associate with. So this dacoit, his father was a dacoit. That was the bad association at home. So it was a family tradition. Father was a dacoit. Father taught dacoitry to the child. This child became even a better dacoit than his father, more accomplished. And father was illiterate, so was the boy. You know, in the village, when people are illiterate, sometimes they just keep, you have to name somebody, they just give a name of some stone, some mountain, some river, or some place. I have seen. We had one fellow that I knew. His name was Dhondya. Dhondya in Marathi means stone. So their name after a stone, after a plant, after a tree, after a mountain, they will put name because they know they don't have much education. So this father did not know when the child was born, he didn't know what name to give. So somebody was going, some religious fellow, and this dacoit asked, what name should I give my son? I have a newborn child. I don't know what name to give him. So this pilgrim was coming from Vrindavan. He said, what do you mean, what name I should give? He said, I don't know, like tell me some name of something, some river, some mountain, something. He said, oh, name your child Govardhan. So this dacoit named his son Govardhan, not knowing what is Govardhan. Who knows what is Govardhan? Yeah, but what is Govardhan? Huh? It's a mountain, Giriraj. It's a mountain. Hare Krishna. We just got started. We are discussing the story, a true story that happened around 350 years ago in India. So in Madhya Pradesh, central provinces, there lived this dacoit, whose father was a dacoit, and his name was Govardhan. He had studied till which grade? Which grade did he study in? What grade was he in? Which school? 8th? He was illiterate.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Oh, his grade, okay. Nice, okay. So he was illiterate because there was no schools. Father was illiterate, so this Govardhan boy also was illiterate. But what did he learn? What was his skill set?
Like
robbing people. He was a robber, dacoit. And very good one at that. Very talented. Time went on and he grew into an adult and he continued staying with his father, and both of them used to rob together. Sometime later, his father fell sick and he thought, no medicines, nothing. He felt he's going to die. So the father was dying and Govardhan was at his father's side trying to comfort him. And the father said, I don't think I will make it, but I would like to give you some last instruction before I die. And he told Govardhan that if you want to continue, you are a very good robber. You're a very good dacoit. I'm very proud of you. You have done very well. You have understood everything that I taught you. Keep it up. But if you want to continue your successful career as a robber, then you must listen to one instruction. And that is, Kabhi Hari Katha mat sunna. Never hear Hari Katha, the father said, because he had heard it from somebody else. So he passed on that message that if you want to be successful robber, never hear Hari Katha. So he asked his father, what is Hari Katha? What is the meaning of Hari Katha? Father said, even I don't know. But once I had asked a sadhu who gave a name for you, that name your child Govardhan. He was he was coming from some holy place called Vrindavan. So I asked him, give me some tips, some ashirwad that I can become a successful robber. So he told me, if you want to be a robber, never hear Hari Katha. There was sarcasm in that, in the sense that if you hear Hari Katha, तुम्हारा हरि बोल हो जाएगा. You'll become a devotee. So he told jokingly, like Rupa Goswami says, if you have attachment to your family, then don't go to Keshi Ghat, because there you will see Tribhanga Hari Govinda playing on his flute, and your heart will be captivated, and then you will forget everything about family life. So similarly, this dacoit told his son Govardhan that if you want to be a successful robber, never hear Hari Katha. Both of them didn't know what that meant. Kabhi Hari Katha mat sunna. And the father died. So he remembered that instruction. Only one instruction he got in all his life from his father. Don't hear Hari Katha ever. So time went on, and one day he was going from one village to the other to rob. When he was entering a village, just at the outskirts of the village, there was a pandal and a Bhagavad Saptaha was going on. 7 days Bhagavatam class. You know what is Bhagavad Saptaha? Everybody is familiar? Bhagavad Saptaha was going on. So few hundred villagers were sitting and they were listening with rapt attention. And this Daku was going, and he had leather chappals, which he had made from leather hide. And he was walking and he saw people sitting. He was wondering, why this crowd? Usually there is nobody here. This is the outskirts of the village. Why people are sitting here? And they were sitting across the walkway also. So he asked somebody, what is going on? What is going on? Where are you sitting? What is going on here? And that villager said, Hari Katha is going on. Hari Katha is going on. So immediately he remembered, my father had said, never hear Hari Katha. He closed his ears. So as I traverse this area, I don't want to hear any Hari Katha. So he was walking like this. One villager did this to him. Said, what? Said, remove your chappal. He was going through the Hari Katha Mandap area where devotees were sitting and hearing Hari Katha, and he was wearing chappal. Everybody had taken out their chappal. So somebody told him, hey, remove your chappal. You are going through, walking here. At least remove your chappal. So no, okay. But how do I remove my chappal? I have to cover my ears. So very quickly he picked up his chappals and tucked them here in his armpits, and he was walking like this with his ears closed. He doesn't want to hear a single word of Hari Katha. Both the chappals are here and he's walking. And then people are sitting close by. He trips over somebody. And one chappal falls down. He's like this. One chappal is here, one chappal is on the ground, and he wants to pick it up. So he thinks, if I move my hand to pick up the chappal, then I will hear some Hari Katha. Father said, never hear Hari Katha. Those were the dying instructions of my father. So very quickly he does like this. Picks it up again. But while he's picking it up, he hears one sentence. He hears one sentence of the Bhagavatam class, Hari Katha. And the Kathakar is saying that the Supreme Lord is so effulgent that he doesn't have a shadow. he doesn't have a shadow. The Supreme Lord is self-effulgent. He is describing Krishna. So he says that Krishna is so effulgent. Yasya prabha prabhavato jagadantaput. He's so brilliant, so effulgent. He doesn't have a shadow. Bhagwan ki kabhi parchhai nahi padti. It was one sentence he heard in that few seconds. And because he had been told never to hear Hari Katha, when accidentally that one sentence went in his ears, what happens is, when we are told don't do something, if I tell you, don't think of a rabbit, don't you think of a rabbit, don't think of a rabbit, what happens? So he was thinking, I don't want to hear Hari Katha. And when that sentence went in, that sentence stuck with him. That sentence stuck with him. That the Supreme Lord, whoever he is, he's so beautiful, so effulgent that he does not have a shadow. We have a shadow, right? Because we are not self-effulgent. But if you keep a lamp, the lamp itself doesn't, the flame does not have a shadow, because the flame is just effulgent. So he kept on walking. And that thing did not leave his mind, that Bhagwan ki kabhi chhaya nahi padti. The Supreme Lord does not have a shadow. He walked, went to the forest, and whenever it was nightfall, he would take rest under a tree. He was going to a particular village to loot. So at nightfall, he slept under a tree, deep in the forest. In the middle of the night, he was woken up by sound of some aborigines, some tribal people. Let me just text this. So, what was I saying? Some tribal people came and they woke him up. And he could not understand their language. But they said that today is a dark night, it's Amavasya. We are going to sacrifice you. Because tonight we make a human sacrifice to Goddess Kali. So we are going to cut you. So come. So they take him, they carry him, a huge aborigines, very powerful. They are more powerful than him. Till now, Govardhan Daku thought that I am very strong, I am very powerful. Because he was very strong. That's how he used to loot people. Very strong, very good with the knife. But these people were having machetes and swords and spears and clubs. They were very powerful, and there were many, more than a dozen of them. And they literally picked him up and carried him to their Sardar, their leader. And when they took him in front of the leader, he inspected. This is good. He will be a good sacrifice on this Amavasya night. But he said, go and give him a ceremonial bath before we cut his throat, before we sacrifice him. So they took him to the river. And he saw that they were going to sacrifice him in front of a statue of Kali. And there were big, big mashals, flames that were lit. And there was the murti of Goddess Kali. And he was looking at, they said, we are going to sacrifice you in front of her. She is our God. And when he looked at Kali, there were mashals here. And behind the statue of Kali, he saw a shadow. So no, they are sacrificing me for Goddess Kali, but I see that she has a shadow. That means she is not the Supreme God. She is not a Supreme God. She has a shadow. And they took him to the river. And he's thinking, she is not the Supreme God. She has a shadow. And they say, you have to take a bath now. 3 times you take a dip in the river, and then we'll take you and we'll sacrifice you in front of Goddess Kali. So thought came in his heart that Goddess Kali is not the Supreme because she had a shadow. So let me pray to the Supreme God and see if he will protect me from Goddess Kali. So in his heart, he offered a prayer that, oh Supreme Lord, whoever you are, I do not know who you are. Oh Supreme Lord who does not have a shadow, can you please protect me from Goddess Kali, who has a shadow, and in front of whom I am going to be sacrificed today? Can you please protect me? And he was praying to the Supreme Lord, please protect me, please protect me, please protect me. But how to protect? He was surrounded on all sides by these people holding swords. And they even entered the river with him. And they told him, okay, come on, take 3 dips. and then we go for the sacrifice. So he's praying, oh God, protect me. Oh God, whoever you are, protect me, protect me. I know you are superior to Goddess Kali because you don't have a shadow. She does. So please protect me. And as he's taking his dip, an idea comes in his heart. And the idea is, Govardhan, don't forget you are an expert swimmer. It is night time. Yes, they are holding the mashals, they're holding the torches, but you can still go underwater and never come out. So when he takes the third dip, deep breath, Amavasya night, goes under the river, between two people, tribals, he swims to the other side of the river, comes out from the other side, and just takes off like anything. Just keeps running. They don't even come to know. He went and never came out. What happened to him? And Govardhan just keeps running and running and running and running. For some time, they also cross and give him chase, but it's too late. Govardhan is very quick runner. He just keeps running and running and running and running and doesn't stop at all till it is morning. He's so scared for his life that he keeps running. And when it is morning, he realizes that somehow the way he was running, he is close to that village where he heard Harikatha. Now listen carefully. Govardhan thinks, in my entire life, I learned so much from my father. But when I was facing death, none of that came to my rescue. But one moment I heard Harikatha, and during my greatest calamity, that Harikatha came to my rescue. My father was such a fool to have instructed me never to hear Harikatha. One moment of Harikatha saved my life today. I must go and hear more Harikatha. And look, by God's grace, the way I ran at night, I have come near this village where I heard Harikatha. So let me go. So he crosses the river and goes to the village where he had originally heard the Harikatha. But by the time he reaches, the Harikatha is almost over. It's still going on, but it's almost over. So he goes, he doesn't have a chappal anymore. I don't know where the chappal went. He goes and sits in the back row and tries to hear Harikatha. And today is the last day. The Kathakar is speaking on the 10th canto. And he is saying that the Supreme Lord, who is the creator, maintainer, and destroyer of this whole world, in his original form, he is Gopal in Vrindavan. He is the son of Mother Yashoda. And every day, Mother Yashoda decorates Gopal, Krishna, with beautiful jewels, beautiful bangles, beautiful rings. Even in his turban, she sticks different precious gems. And he wears a golden belt on his dhoti. And then there are anklets around his feet. He is completely decorated with most precious jewels, pure gold and diamonds and rubies and sapphires. And Govardhan is listening. And the Kathakar says, and he's only 7 years old, this Gopal. And he goes deep in the forest to graze his cows with his friends who are also 6, 7, 8 years old. And Govardhan Daku is thinking, my God, Harikatha is amazing. First it saved my life. Now it is giving me access to the jackpot lottery. If I loot this one boy, my whole life I don't have to work, I can retire. I can take early retirement. And this boy, he goes in the forest without his parents' supervision. Oh my God, I have to loot this boy. And he becomes so attentive in the katha. Every word the kathakar is speaking, he's drinking with his ears. Oh, really? This Krishna is so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. And the kathakar uses the word Sham Sundar for Krishna. He says, and Sham Sundar wears golden bracelets. Sham Sundar wears golden armlets. And oh, Sham Sundar's belt is this thick, made of pure gold. And everywhere it is studded with pearls. These are not pearls from some pearl factory. They're actual pearls from the ocean. Actual diamonds. And this Govardhan says, oh, I need address. I need the address. So as soon as the katha is over on the last day, Pariprashnena. Govardhan Daku goes straight to the Kathakar. He has never heard Katha. He doesn't know any etiquette. He asks him, Guruji, are you sure this boy you are talking about that? What's his name? Shyam Sundar. Shyam Sundar. Because he's so dull, he cannot even memorize names. He's never gone to school. He's never taken an exam. He says, are you sure he's only 7 years old? Yes. Srimad Bhagavatam says he's 7 years old. Acha, and are you sure he wears all that gold rings and bracelets and necklaces and everything with all precious jewels? Yes, yes. See, I can show you. I can show you. There is description in Bhagavad. No, I cannot read. I believe you. But not tell me where this boy lives. Where does he live? So the Kathakar says, he lives in Vrindavan. Oh, where is Vrindavan? I want to go to Vrindavan. So the Kathakar says, well, this is Madhya Pradesh. You keep going north. You follow the North Pole. You follow the North Star, Pole Star. Keep going north. And in a few days, you should reach Vrindavan. Just ask, where is Vrindavan? Oh, what a complicated name. Vrindavan. And what a complicated name this boy has. Shyam Sundar. Okay. I should not forget. Okay, you write it down and take. Oh, I don't know how to write. I'm illiterate. Oh, then you better memorize. Oh, how do you memorize? The Guru says, if you want to memorize anything, you have to keep repeating it. There's 2 names. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. Vrindavan is the address. Shyam Sundar is the addressee. The person you want to meet. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. He said, Ratte raho. Keep chanting. Don't stop. If you stop, you'll forget. He said, okay, Guruji. I will go to Vrindavan to meet Shyam Sundar. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. He said, day and night, don't stop now. Keep chanting. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. He's chanting and chanting and chanting, and he takes off. And he goes to any village. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. The villagers think he's mad. Oh, either go that direction, go that direction. They point him towards Vrindavan. It takes him several days to reach Vrindavan. And all those days and all those nights, this dacoit who had never chanted Harinam, by a few minutes of association with a sadhu, now he's continuously non-stop. We have also not chanted so much. We do 16 rounds and we stop. He's continuously chanting Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar, Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar, Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar, Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. Upadekshantite jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshi. A tattvadarshi guru can actually deliver Krishna to you. Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar, Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar, Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. When he is very tired, for a few hours he sleeps at night. As soon as he wakes up, Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar, Vrindavan, I should not forget. If I forget, then there is no audio recording. He has no backup. So he has to remember. So he wakes up also, Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar, Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar, Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar, Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar, Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. Finally, he comes to Vrindavan. And the villagers say, yes, this is Braj, this is Vrindavan. Oh, this is the place of Shyam Sundar? All the Brajvasis say, yes, this is the place of Shyam Sundar. Even today you go to Vrindavan and you ask them, is this Krishna's village? They will say, yes, this is Krishna's village. So this is 300 years ago. Krishna came here and performed his Leela over 5,000 years ago. This story is happening 3,000 years, 300 years ago, 350 years ago. So he goes to Vrindavan and then he remembers the Harikatha. In the Harikatha, the Kathakar had said, Shyam Sundar, he is very fond of butter. He's so fond that he steals butter. He's Makhan Chor. His mother makes first class butter for him and feeds him every day. Still, he is not satisfied. He will eat that and he will go to the neighbors' homes and steal butter. He loves butter. He's Makhan Chor. Very naughty. This Shyam Sundar is. He likes to eat butter. So this dacoit, Govardhan Daku, is thinking, if I have to capture Krishna in the forest, I have to entice him with something that he likes. So he goes to Brajvasi and says, I have come from a very long distance. I have not eaten in days. Can you give me a pot of butter? Can you give me a earthen pot of makhan? Brajvasi, they're very simple. Yes, take. They give. He takes that and then he asks the villagers, where do people graze their cows? And they say, oh, in those fields over there in the forest. Okay. So he goes in the forest, hides behind some bushes with a pot of butter, waiting for Krishna to show up, just as he had heard in the class. He has full faith that Krishna is going to come, because he thinks this is Krishna's village and he's just a boy with all those jewels and gold and he's going to come. And he sits and he waits. And one day goes by. Vrindavan Shamsundar, Vrindavan Shamsundar. He doesn't want to forget, because what if I lose my way and then I cannot remember the name of the village where I have to go? He's sitting behind those bushes chanting Vrindavan Shamsundar, Vrindavan Shamsundar, Vrindavan. One day goes by. 2 days go by. 3 days go by. And nothing happens. It's 300 years ago. What's going to happen? You'll see some snakes, some nilgai, some peacocks, some parrots. What else are you going to see in Vrindavan? He's waiting and waiting and waiting. And then he thinks that Harikatha cannot be wrong. It saved my life. It brought me here. Harikatha cannot be wrong. That Kathakar cannot be wrong. And he gets tears in his eyes. He says, that Kathakar cannot cheat me. It's not possible. Krishna must come. Vrindavan Shamsundar, Vrindavan Shamsundar, Vrindavan Shamsundar, Vrindavan Shamsundar. And with tears in his eyes, he's chanting Vrindavan Shamsundar, Vrindavan Shamsundar. Have you ever chanted with tears in your eyes, waiting for Krishna to give darshan, having confidence that Krishna will come? Just a question of when. Even we have not chanted like this Daku. He's chanting with tears in his eyes, full faith Krishna will come, but begging, when will he come? When will he come? Vrindavan Shamsundar, Vrindavan Shamsundar. Finally, on the 4th day, as the sun was rising in the morning, he saw some cows coming his way. And he saw that the cows were being guided by a boy who looked like he was maybe 7 years old. He was very effulgent, very bright-faced. He had beautiful lotus-like eyes. He had curly black hair. He had a beautiful tilak on his forehead. He was wearing a yellow dhoti. And exactly as he had heard in the Katha, he had very soft skin. He had beautiful golden bangles, armlets, golden belt, several necklaces, some made of pearls, some made of diamonds, some made of rubies, some made of sapphires, set in gold, and beautiful golden anklets. He looked mesmerizingly beautiful, this boy, 7-year-old boy. And he had some friends with him and cows. And he had his flute tucked in his belt. And holding a cow herding stick in his hand, he was coming very happily. And Govardhan Daku hid behind the bushes. Krishna saw him. The boy saw him. Their eyes met. Govardhan Daku is looking at Krishna. Krishna is looking at him. Their eyes met. But Krishna pretended as if he didn't see anybody. He played with his friends for some time. Different games. They were playing Gulli Danda. They were playing hide and seek. They were playing tag game. Different games Krishna was playing with his friends. And the cows were grazing happily. And Govardhan Daku is watching. Krishna, so beautiful, so cute. He's playing. And after their play was over, Krishna started playing his flute. And the sound of that flute was so intoxicatingly nectarian, so sweet, Krishna's flute sound, that all the cows and all the friends fell asleep. All of them fell asleep right there in the grass. They're all happily sleeping as Krishna is like a lullaby. He's playing his flute. Everybody's asleep. When everybody's sleeping, Krishna tucks the flute in his belt and looks straight at the bush where Govardhan is hiding. And Krishna, trotting along, he just comes and jumps right in front of Govardhan. He says, yes, you have come to meet me. I saw you. Don't hide. And this Govardhan is face to face with Krishna. He's sitting there on the ground behind the bushes and Krishna is standing right in front of him. And he's stunned looking at Krishna's beauty. He's never seen anyone like Krishna. And he's thinking, Guruji was so correct in the description. Krishna, he exceeds my expectations. He's so beautiful. My God, I've never seen anybody so beautiful, so attractive. Krishna taps him on the head with his flute. I asked you a question. Who are you? He's so stunned, he did not answer. He said, he cannot say Daku. I'm Govardhan Daku. He says, my name is Govardhan. And Krishna says, I love the name Govardhan. Who gave you this name? It is one of my favorite names. Krishna tells him. Then Krishna says, why have you come here? He said, oh, I only came because I heard that you like makhan. Look, I got a pot of makhan for you. I got a pot of makhan for you. Please take it. Krishna says, I don't believe you that you came just to give me a pot of makhan. What do you want? So Govardhan Daku says, actually, I wanted your jewels. So Krishna says, okay, no big deal. I can give you. I am the son of a king, Nanda Maharaj. We have many jewels like this. If you want, tomorrow I can bring more for you. He says, really? Yeah, I can bring more for you. But Govardhan says, actually, the jewels you are wearing, they are so priceless that I don't need. If you just give me these many, then for the rest of my life, I can live happily. They're so expensive, so precious, these jewels. Each stone, one stone can last me for a year, the money I will get. Krishna says, yes, I'll give you, but there is a problem. So what is the problem? Krishna says, I don't know how to remove these jewels from my body because my mother ties them in the morning after bathing me. And because I play so hard, she's afraid that the jewels will fall off. So she ties them really tight knots. Only she can open. So I don't know how to open them. Govardhan says, that's not a problem. I can open them. And if I cannot open them, I'll cut them. Here's a knife also. Says, Krishna gets scared when he sees the knife. So he says, okay, no knife. I'll open, I'll untie all those jewels. Don't worry, I can do it. Krishna says, okay, you can begin with my anklets. And Krishna places his lotus foot right in front of Govardhan. And he looks at Krishna's lotus feet. So beautiful, so soft. Govardhan says, are you sure I can remove them? He says, yes, you can remove them. Go ahead. Remove my anklets first. His hands are trembling. And as he touches Krishna's feet, this Govardhan Daku, who has only murdered and beaten people in his life, he feels that Krishna's feet are softer than freshly churned butter. You know, freshly make that, it's so fluffy and soft, that butter. He feels Krishna is softer than butter. Krishna's skin is softer than butter. Wherever Govardhan touches Krishna's skin, there are red marks. He leaves behind impressions. Krishna's skin is so delicate. And he says, oh, this boy is so delicate. And very gently, he is removing. And as he is, because he doesn't want to hurt Krishna's feet, as he is removing the anklets, so he's doing very carefully, he's focusing. And in the heat, he starts perspiring because of stress. It's like doing a complicated surgery where you want to remove the jewels, but not hurt Krishna's soft, very soft skin. So he's doing it very gently, focusing, and sweat comes. And his hands are covered with the dust from Krishna's feet because he's holding Krishna's feet and trying to remove the anklet. And when the beads of perspiration comes, he does like this. All the dust from Krishna's lotus feet gets smeared on his head. And then he removes one anklet. And with the same struggle, he removes the other anklet. Then Krishna says, now you can remove my belt. Anyway, Govardhan uncle, I don't like this belt. It's too tight. My mother ties, but she says, I must wear it. Otherwise, my dhoti will fall off. So Govardhan removes the kamar patta, the belt of Krishna. Puts it down. Krishna says, hey, don't take my flute. Give me the flute back. Oh yeah, flute you can take. No problem. He gives the flute because the flute is tucked in the belt. He gives the flute, removes the belt. Then Krishna says, now you can remove my necklaces. Some are chokers. They are very tight necklaces. So he has to do. So he's touching Krishna, removing all the necklaces. Krishna says, take the jewels from my turban, except the peacock feather. Don't take the peacock feather. So I don't need the peacock feather, but I'll take all the jewels. He takes all the jewels from his turban and keeps them in one big pile next to Krishna. Now Krishna is devoid of all jewels. He removes Krishna's earrings also. Krishna wears a nose ring here like this, small golden, that also he removes. And he keeps all of them in a pile. Now Krishna is standing before him without any jewels. And then he looks at Krishna. He thinks, oh my God, this boy. The jewels actually hide his beauty. Without jewels, he's looking even more beautiful. Actually, these jewels look attractive because they are on Krishna's body. And when I look at these precious, priceless jewels, and I look at Krishna, Krishna is millions of times more beautiful than these jewels. I don't feel like looking at these jewels. I just feel like looking at Krishna. You know what? I feel I should take him only and keep him with me always. He's so beautiful. He's so attractive. I cannot take my eyes off Krishna. He's thinking like this. He cannot say this. Krishna says, what are you thinking now? I gave you all my jewels. Give me the butter. You told me you got butter for me. Oh, yes, I forgot. Okay, here is the butter. Please, Krishna, take. Krishna looks at the earthen pot. He says, butter. Looking at you, I feel you have never milked a cow in your life. What do you know how to make butter? This is definitely not your butter. My mother, Yashoda, tells me that I should not talk to strangers. You are a stranger. What if you have mixed poison in this butter? And then you want to give me poison. I have been poisoned before. Kalia came. So I know poison can be very dangerous. So what is the proof that there is no poison in this? He says, no, I promise you there is no poison. This is just butter I brought to attract you, to please you. Please take it, Krishna. Eat this butter. Krishna says, well, I cannot be sure that there is no poison in this. So, why don't I give you butter? You eat it. If nothing happens to you, then I will believe that this is good butter. There is no poison. It's okay, no problem. I will eat. So Govardhan tries to put his hand in the butter. I will eat and show you. There is nothing. Krishna says, no. You know exactly where in that pot the poison is. And you will eat from the other end. I will give you. You must eat the butter I gave. Okay, you give, I'll eat. Krishna with his own lotus hands scoops out butter. And then he feeds Govardhan Daku with his own hands. We offer Krishna thinking that Krishna will accept it and then give it back to us. Here Krishna Sakshat is giving his Mahaprasad. So just by looking at it, Krishna made it Prasad. And Krishna said, interesting. It's Prasad. And then Krishna with his own hands is feeding Govardhan Daku. And he eats. When Govardhan tastes the first, he has not eaten in days. There only he was sitting for 3 days. This is the 4th day. Before that he was traveling through the forest. He was starving. But that's not it. When the butter touched his tongue from Krishna's lotus hand, Krishna's Mahaprasad, Krishna's Uchishta, because Krishna had accepted it by seeing it, he felt such a romanch. He felt such a surge of ecstasy in his heart. He had never experienced anything like that. Just tasting that butter, his hair stood on end. Tears of love came in his eyes. His voice choked up. He started trembling in ecstasy, as if someone had given him a shock, but not a painful shock. A divine, ecstatic, pleasurable shock. He tasted it. And he was thinking, oh, I want more of that. I want more of that butter from Krishna's hand. And Krishna said, no poison there, but maybe there is poison here. Let me try from here. Eat this. And Krishna fed him butter from another part of the pot. And he ate. He felt more ecstasy. And one after the other, Krishna kept feeding him and fed him the whole pot of butter. Krishna personally fed this Govardhan Daku the entire pot of butter from his own hands. And Govardhan was in ecstasy. He was not in this world. He had become completely pure just by eating Krishna's prasad. Then Krishna says, looks like you're a good man. There was no poison in it. You survived. Okay, so maybe tomorrow you can bring me some butter, okay? Today you only ate everything. You finished everything. Okay, can I go now? I gave you the jewels. You ate the butter also. But can I go now? He says, no, don't go. I cannot live without you now. You're so good. Then Govardhan looks at the jewels. He said, you know what, Krishna? I changed my mind. I don't want these jewels. I want you. But Krishna says, but I belong to my mother. I am Yashoda Dulal. I will go back to my mother. She must be waiting for me. You can keep the jewels. He says, no, I don't want those jewels. Those jewels are useless. They are dull. They look good only when you wear them. They are meant for you. Then Krishna says, okay, so put them on for me then. Put them back on. So now like a pujari, he is going to do Shringar Seva. Krishna says, okay, put on the necklaces first. Put the jewels in my turban. And he's decorating Krishna. Krishna says, put them exactly how my mother had put. Don't mess it up. Put my earrings, put my nose rings. So just like a pujari will decorate Krishna in the temple, this Daku is doing actual deity worship. Sakshat Krishna is there. He puts the garlands, he puts the earrings, nose ring, turban jewels. He puts the belt on Krishna back again. Exactly. He says, tighter, tighter. My mother ties it tight. Okay, okay. Is this okay, Krishna? This feels okay? That's good. Okay. He ties. Okay, now go for my anklets. Then again he sits down, holds Krishna's lotus foot on his thigh. Krishna places his lotus foot on his thigh. And then very carefully, without injuring Krishna, he ties the anklets around Krishna's, both his lotus feet. And after doing that, when he looks at Krishna, then he says, oh wow, now the jewels are looking effulgent and beautiful because you are wearing them, Krishna. So Krishna says, okay, so promise, tomorrow you will bring butter for me. I'm going now. And we'll meet same place again tomorrow. Okay, promise? He says, yes, yes, promise. But it will be better if you don't go. Stay with me. He says, no, no, no. My father, mother, they are waiting for me. Look, my cows have also woken up. My friends are looking for me. They have also woken up. But I will meet you tomorrow here. You wait for me. Oh, this is okay. There are tears in his eyes. He doesn't want to part with Krishna. And Krishna turns around and goes. And his friends, Hare Krishna, where were you? Yaar? We slept and when you woke up, you were not there. We were all worried. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, let's count the cows. Everything is okay. Okay, let's go back to the village. And Krishna, his friends and the cows, they go back to Vrindavan. And Govardhan is hiding behind the bush and just keeps looking at Krishna without blinking. Keeps looking at Krishna. Oh, when will you come back tomorrow? When will you come back tomorrow? And as soon as Krishna goes, all night he's just sitting and chanting. This Vrindavan is such a beautiful place. And the Shyam Sundar is so beautiful. He has just stolen my heart. I lost my heart in Vrindavan. The t-shirt is there. So he's just sitting all night just thinking of Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar, Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar. At daybreak, he goes back to the village of Vrindavan and begs the villagers, can I have one more pot of butter, please? My best friend is going to come and I have to give him. I promised him yesterday I ate his share, but today I will feed him. Can I get the best pot of best butter you have, please? And the Brahma said, okay, okay, relax, take this, give him. And he went and sat at that same spot, waiting and waiting and waiting for Krishna. And Krishna did not come. He waited the next day, looking constantly in the direction where Krishna went, that Krishna will come, Krishna will come. Krishna Darshana Lalasa, waiting, waiting. Morning turned into afternoon, afternoon turned into evening. Krishna never came. After 2-3 days of waiting, he came back to the village and was crying and wailing loudly. Oh, I have been cheated. I have lost my best friend. I have lost my best friend. The villagers asked, what happened, Baba? Why are you crying? Now he looks like a Baba. He's grown his beard and everything. He says, and he tells his whole story to the Brajvasis. When the Brajvasis heard his story, they told him, Pagal, do you know how fortunate you are? Krishna was here 5,000 years ago. Because you were sincere, because you had the blessings of your Guru, because you had faith in your Guru, Krishna actually gave you darshan. You actually saw Krishna. Even we live in Vrindavan, we have never seen Krishna. But Krishna saw you. Krishna spoke to you. Krishna gave you his jewels. Krishna fed you. And Krishna allowed you to decorate his body with jewels like he allows Yashoda Maiya. No one else can do that. You got to do that seva. Baure, you're so fortunate. Do you even know how fortunate you are? And then they explained to him that Krishna was here 5,000 years ago. Nobody can see Krishna today. But you are so fortunate that Krishna, as a special case, gave you darshan. Then that Govardhan Daku became famous in Vrindavan as Govardhan Baba. And every day he would sit at that place where Krishna gave him darshan. And for the rest of his life, every day he would sit with a pot of butter, waiting for Krishna. chanting Krishna's name. Vrindavan Sham Sundar, Vrindavan Sham Sundar, Vrindavan Sham Sundar. That became his Maha Mantra. And Krishna never came. He became old. He spent his whole life in Vrindavan. Every day he would sit with a pot of butter, just waiting that my Krishna will come again. And that darshan that I had that day, I will get it again. And all his life he stayed, lived and died in Vrindavan. And the Brajvasis celebrated his fortune and he became like Mrigari, a great Vaishnava. Everybody in Vrindavan respected him. That we live in Vrindavan, we never had darshan, but this Daku came and he got darshan. And Srila Prabhupada, who is a Brajvasi, he tells us this story of Govardhan Daku. This story teaches us the power of Guru, the power of following the instructions of Guru, the power of having faith in one's Guru. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshantite jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Now go home and keep remembering the story. How Govardhan, his life was saved by Harikatha. How he heard the description of Krishna from the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna's activities, how he likes butter, how he goes for Gocharan Leela with his cows. Think how Govardhan came to Vrindavan, how he chanted the holy name constantly, lest he should forget it, and how he had darshan of Krishna. Krishna did not give him darshan. Krishna could have given him darshan again, but Krishna did not give because that's what increases our eagerness for Krishna. When we come to Krishna consciousness, Ricardo, in the beginning, Krishna will give you some experiences where you will feel very fortunate that I had this experience. And then those experiences may go away. Now, we are in the situation of Govardhan, Daku, where we have to wait for Krishna. And Krishna will not give darshan, maybe for a long time, to increase our eagerness. And the eagerness increases to such an extent that we feel, please listen carefully, this is the last sentence. Our eagerness for Krishna later on increases to such an extent that we feel that now I will die if I don't see Krishna. If I don't see Radha and Krishna, I am going to die. I will die if I don't see Krishna. When that state comes, then we become Tattvadarshi. Then we become Tattvadarshi. Then Krishna becomes visible to us. When we reach that point that I don't want anything now, if I don't get Krishna, I'm going to die. Like a person who is drowning in water. All they want is a breath of fresh air. Correct? They just want air. When we reach that state that now if I don't get Radha Krishna, I will not be able to live. That is when Krishna will give darshan. Gaur Premanand. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Please enjoy your dinner prasad. Krishna has offered it with his own hands because it has been offered. Krishna has accepted. And we'll do Narsimarti. And I have to leave because I have all my notes left. I only saw the patients and came here. So I have to do a lot of charting. At least 3.5 hours worth of work is left. So I'll go. Because tomorrow again I'm working. But thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki. Yeah. This story is very dear to my heart. You know why? Can I quickly tell you why? Because when I was in my first year of MBBS in 1998, I was only 18 years old. I was introduced to Krishna consciousness by Gaurang Prabhu and Gaur Gopal Prabhu. And I accepted the path, started chanting. And when I told Radha Bhav about it, she was not so convinced at that time. So then somehow one day I took her for a New Year's program where our Guru Maharaj gave the class and did Kirtan. And she became completely convinced after that one class. Then she said, I want to come for more classes. And then my hostel warden in JJ Hospital, he used to conduct programs in his house also. So he was conducting program in his house and he had invited some senior devotees to give katha. And it was only program for ladies. It was a girls program. Vishakha Mataji was speaking. It was a girls program. So I convinced her that, Radha, you should go. You should go. And she went. And that day, Vishakha Mataji narrated this story of Govardhan Daku. So I heard this story, I had heard it from Prabhupada on ISKCON Desire first. Then when I went for Barsanai camp in Vrindavan, Vishwarup Prabhu had heard it from Sachinandan Maharaj. So Vishwarup Prabhu told us the story. So second time I heard it. Third time I heard from Radha Bhav. And since then I have been telling the story. So thank you for listening, even though it is very late. Hare Krishna. So devotees who are on Zoom, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vinesh Prabhu is also there. Kavita Mataji's whole family is there. Nishikant Prabhu is there. Our Brajvasi Sita Mataji is there. Hare Krishna. Thank you. All the devotees who are here. Chirayu Prabhu, Nidhi Mataji. Amrit Gaurangi Mataji already has heard this story, told this story also. So thank you, all of you. Jai Srila Prabhupada.